and on my computer, just there is Sharyn. And we are going to record the session, but we're going to pin ourselves first. And I just want to do this before I start explaining. Okay, so for anybody who's new to our sessions, the session's structured. You'll have 4 different breath styles. So we begin with some bird song. We begin each section with some bird song, and over the bird song, we'll explain the breath style. And then you'll have time to actually breathe in that breath style. And then you'll have 2 minutes of silence at the end of each breathing section, just to reflect, or just to be in the silence, or just to do whatever. The 4 breath styles are obviously different, and this evening some of them may suit you and some of them may not. The one thing we would ask is that you stay very conscious of your breath. So if you maybe come in and out of a breath style, that's absolutely fine. This is your session. Feel free to do or to engage with each style, whatever way you like. Just stay conscious of your breath the whole way through our session. The breath styles are all styles that are taught on our breath coach training. So if anybody wants to learn more about them, that's where you'll find it. So I'm going to get started today. We are going to start with we're going to get ourselves into the space, and then we're going to start with some breath awareness. So let me start the music while you get comfortable. You can sit up, you can lie down. I would ask that if you do lie down, or even if you're sitting up, please don't get up quickly, because sometimes when we do breath work, it can make you a little bit lightheaded. So just be very mindful if you do need to get up at any point. Okay. So gently close your eyes or soften your gaze and just bring your awareness inside. And just notice how you're arriving here this evening. What you're arriving with, and we all arrive with our own things. And as you notice, try not to judge or analyze, just it's there, just notice it. So maybe notice your body. How does your body feel this evening? Tension or tightness, maybe tiredness, or maybe lightness or tingling. Just how does your body feel? And bring your attention to your thoughts. What thoughts are you coming with this evening? And again, try not to analyze or judge. Just noticing, is your mind busy or quiet? And how do you feel this evening? What emotions are there? Maybe they're hard to find, or maybe they're very obvious. Again, just noticing them. Maybe noticing, do you feel them in your body? And bringing your attention to your breath. Just noticing the inhale and the exhale. Where do you feel the inhale? Where do you feel the exhale? And maybe it's the first time today you've actually had time to notice your breath. And that's okay too. And maybe just noticing, does bringing awareness to your breath change it? Maybe following the inhale and following the exhale. Or maybe just finding one place where you can feel it and putting all your attention there. And as you keep your attention on your breath, allowing everything else just to melt away for the next while. Knowing that it'll be there if you need to pick it up again. And if your mind wanders, as soon as you notice, very gently bringing it back. Bringing it back to your breath. Gently inhaling and exhaling. Doesn't have to be any particular way. Just inhaling and exhaling. And as the music fades, just getting ready to go into our first time of silence this evening.
And as the bird song begins to play again and the silence comes to a gentle close, I'm wondering what you felt, what you experienced in that period of silence. What arrived with you by way of reflection or rest or something else? And as we move on to our next breath in this sequence, I'm going to introduce to you maybe a little bit of playfulness, certainly a little bit of activity, but of course a softer version in case that's what you would prefer. So we're going to play with the dragon breath in this section. The dragon breath is essentially an inhale through the nose and then an exhale through an open mouth. And you can do it as gently and as simply as that. You can inhale and you can just exhale through the mouth. But if you would like to use the dragon breath to get rid of some tension, to get rid of some pent-up energy, then on the exhale you can roar, perhaps inhaling and roaring, perhaps stretching your wings if you have some tension in your shoulders, moving your arms, opening up your chest, perhaps bringing some energy into your face without sound, depending where you are in your home, and breathing in and just opening your mouth wide and breathing out with a strong exhale. So go ahead, have some time of play, have some time to really feel into your body and find little pockets of tension, of stress, where the energy and the movement of the dragon breath would help you to release. So start, if you like, inhaling gently through the nose and just sighing through an open mouth. In your own time, finding a rhythm that suits you. And as the breath of the dragon begins to move through you, then let your whole face, your whole voice, and the upper part of your whole body engage with the breath. If it feels good to you, move your shoulders, flexing your shoulder blades, almost imagining your dragon wings as you breathe in and exhale. As the music builds, let your breath build. Like the storm before the calm. We have 90 more seconds in this breath. Let the breath help you to find your voice. Use your voice to express your day. Just a couple more breaths before we enjoy a period of silence.
And as the silence ends and the bird song begins, just reflecting on that silence. How did it feel compared to the first silence after breathing like dragons? And now we're going to move into a more structured breath, a more focused breath. And it's really good for focus. And it's actually a variation on one we did another week, which is box breathing. We're going to do rectangular breathing this evening. And I'm going to suggest that you do a couple of inhale for 4, hold for 2, exhale for 4, hold for 2 at the beginning, just to see where you are this evening. You don't have to do 4 and 2. You might do 2 and 1. You might do 6 and 3. Find your own comfort, but try 2, 4 and 2s just before the music starts to see what it feels like. You're going to inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, exhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2. And you can keep breathing in that rhythm, or if you find that rhythm's too much or too little, feel free to change the count to suit you this evening. But keeping your focus on the rectangle, keeping your focus on the count, gently breathing in and out through your nose. Maybe finding your count in the music. Keeping your focus gently on your count and on your breath. And maybe as you go deeper into the breath, you might want to change your count. And if it feels right to change your count, change your count. Lengthening it or shortening it. Gently inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Using the count to keep your focus on your breath. And as the music fades, getting ready for the next time of silence.
And as the birdsong begins again and our time of silence comes to a close, just take a moment to notice how that felt. And in this last segment, we're going to bring harmony back to our breath. And we're going to combine this with a hand mudra instead of counting. So we often call this coherence breath or heart rate variability breath. But this time, rather than counting the inhale and the exhale, we're going to let the count go and we're going to let our body, specifically our hands, do the counting. And all we're going to do is we're going to bring a thumb and forefinger together. Release. Bring our thumb and middle finger together. Release. Bring our thumb and ring finger together. Release. And bring our thumb and little finger together and release. And we're going to treat that as a count of 4. And maybe if you choose one hand as your inhale hand and one hand as your exhale hand. So we're really giving the body that message about receiving on the inhale and releasing on the exhale. So when you're ready, inhale. And exhale. Inhale with your receiving hand, forefinger, ring finger, middle finger, little finger, and exhaling. Forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, and just repeating. Inhale. And exhale. And you choose your rhythm now. You choose your beats. And just let your fingers do the counting for you. Just building that connection between your breath and your body, using one hand to count your inhale and using another hand to count your exhale. And if it feels good to you, just slowing your breath, slowing your movements down just a little bit. Extending your inhale and your exhale by just pausing with each finger and thumb touch. Responding to how you feel in your body. So if you feel like slowing the breath still further, go ahead. If you feel like speeding the breath up a little because it's not comfortable, then go ahead. And maybe you feel like dropping the finger movement. Maybe you feel like bringing in more flamboyancy. We're in our last minute now, the breath. And as the music fades, just enjoying this last period of silence. And as the silence comes to an end and the bird song begins again, it's time to bring our breathwork to a close in a similar way to how we started it. Just connect with your body, connect with your breath, and notice what you notice. Maybe your breath is more spacious now. Maybe you can feel different sensations in your body. Perhaps you've released or experienced some emotion during this session. Maybe your mind feels perhaps calmer. Or perhaps you feel a little like a genius and some amazing thoughts are streaming in. However it is you feel, just notice. And as we draw the session to a close, just begin to gently bring some movement to your body. Just notice your connection with whatever is supporting you, the chair, the floor, the bed. Begin to feel where you're having connection, where your skin is in connection with something else. And begin to flex those spaces and expand and contract them with a stretch or a roll or a movement. You might want to gently tap your chest. Maybe going up over onto your shoulders, expanding your chest a little into the back of your neck and up over your head. This always feels really good for me. I wonder how it feels for you. Just bringing that tapping gently down over your face, back onto your chest where you began. Maybe having a little shimmy. And then a nice deep inhale and a long, slow exhale like a sigh. As the bird song ends and we bring this session to a close. As gently coming up to sitting if you are lying down. And just remembering that however gentle our exhales are, you have spent some time with your breath, you've spent some time with yourself, which we don't do often. So from here on, just be aware of the ripples, be aware of what happens, and take care of yourself. Maybe have some extra water, some nice nourishing food, perhaps go for a gentle walk. But give yourself some tender loving as you begin to recover from this time that you've spent in communion with yourself. I'm going to stop the recording now and open the room if anyone would like to share their experience.